So welcome back to the garage, everybody. The old BSA is on its main stand. I've got an issue with the kickstart here. When you're in motion, it seems to grip and pull round and get jammed in here. I've done a bit of research, a bit of googling, a bit of messing about, and I think the thrust washer's not there where it connects to the pull. So what I'm going to do on this little video, so I'm going to try and investigate that and have a play. So I'm going to take the side casing off. So to get to that, silencer's got to come off, downpipe's got to come off, foot peg, gear change, kickstart, distributor's got to come out, then we get the case off. Before you do any of that, you've got to drain the gearbox oil out. There's a little plug under here, drain the gearbox oil, and then we can get on with that. I'm not going to film all of it. Might just leave it on and do the odd fast forward, but it's a bit of a pain. So I'm just going to work my way through that, get the exhaust off, headers off, and see what we find. Let's get on with it. There's the gear selector off. What I'm doing with all my parts is just lobbing them around the garage so that later on I can moan that I can't find everything. And all my tools I'm putting over here so that when I lay down, I lie on them, then I moan about that. Everything seems to be covered in oil. It went together dry. Don't know what's happened here. Drop that in there. Put that into the crack. Right, just waiting for this oil to drain and then we'll take this cover off. Back in a minute. Right then, so we've got the gearbox oil draining out. Took all the exhaust, gear lever, quick start lever. Just got to take the distributor and drop it on the top of the casing. And then we'll get this cover off. See what the problem is. I had it running up and down the alleyway. Absolutely fine.
The top story this hour, the Prime Minister says he's devastated after hearing two firefighters.
So I've got no idea. Right, so you need some AF. There, are they on there? AF Allen keys. I prefer a ratchet style, but I haven't got any at the moment.
I'm immensely proud and grateful for the exemplary multi-agency response and the unwavering bravery demonstrated by all the emergency services personnel.
You probably got some oil drip out of this. Right, so that's the outer casing bolts removed. We've just got to remove the outer casing now. So as you do that, I told you, oil. And as usual, it's not in the correct spot for the tub to catch it, so it's gone all over the floor. This garage floor is covered in oil since I've had this bloody bike. Right, so that's the outer casing off. So I'm going to bring you in now just to show you a few things on this inner case. So as you can see, that's the inner case. You've got the kickstart spring here, and mine is in the correct place actually. It fits on that lug there. Where's the camera? There we are. Fits on that bay and that screw. Tabs onto this tab washer. So that's correct. Not really helping with why the kickstart keeps going around, is it? But what I'm going to do now is take this inner case off. And the inner case is held in by these big beasts. And then one or two down here of the Allen bolts. this cover needs to come off, and then in here you got to take this pin out. So I'll put it back in the tripod and we'll go through that. Right, in here there is a split pin which needs taking out so you can get to the gear selector shaft. Like I say, I personally feel the thrust washer is missing, but we shall see in a moment when we get down there. Right, now this is going to come off. The kickstart spring, now apparently this has got a bit of a bite. Last couple of times I've done it, it's been alright. See, it's on a cam, you see, and then a little hook. Off it comes. Job done. There's your I've got to take this little pin out now. So our little shaft there, that goes through the gear selector fork, which is under tension by a spring, so this holds it in place. And then it's operated as you use your gear selector there. Tom, I mean, it's gone and got itself in gear now because that's moved. Nice. Right, let's get this inner casing off and have a look at the damage in here. Right, so we've loosened all the screws now on the inner cover. And just as we come out, we need to be careful here because the gear selector, so you just need to disconnect that. Like so. Give it a rock, a bit more oil. And then you need to hold these shafts in place so you don't end up losing your gearing. Got plenty of oil in there. Put that over there. So this is inside the inner case, and we've got kickstart ratchet mechanism here. And there we go. You can see there, get my screwdriver, see how it's snapped. Yeah, the kickstart pour has failed. That's 100% what I thought, something to do with that. So you've got gear selectors, gears, that's the gear selector there. This is for the timing. I don't 100% sure what the shafts are. There's your dizzy coming down. Oil pump. And that's your gear selector shaft there. So everything seems alright in here, bar this. And I'm correct, there is no thrust washer in there. See? No thrust washer, and the pour is snapped. In fact, I go and say the whole shaft is shagged, I think. Anyway, bit of investigation, and then I'll join you back. Right, so there we go. The issue with the kickstart, I believe to be this shaft here. Where's the lens there? See how it's all gnarled and snapped? That's the kickstart pull there. That little piece. And that grips into this gear here. The thrust washer seems to be missing here. And then this is meant to sit in here. And as you kickstart it, it pulls it round. And then it can ratchet itself through, so this should still be able to spin, but it's binding, hence why it's pulled it over. It's binding because it's all gnarled up and knackered. Now I don't know why, because it wasn't like this when I took it apart originally. So either that thrust washer missing has caused this, or I've been kicking it too hard, or something else is wrong, I don't know. But there's no metal in the gearbox, so it does appear that I need to purchase a new shaft. and the thrust washer for this. So I'm going to go have a cup of tea, get on the internet, see if I can find one. No idea what's about and what's not about, but hopefully I might get one in the next week or two, and then we can rejoin this, rebuilding, and we might have a different story to tell when we go out for a spin. So anyway, thanks for watching that. Might have learned something, might not. I have. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in the garage soon. Ciao.